fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Support Mission Box Kamen Rider Oshikatsu set from Kamen Rider Geats. Now this was a premium Bandai release of 3 more mission boxes, each specific to a rider. We have a Tycoon, Buffa, and Nago box. Now previously in the show we've seen the exclamation point, we've seen the question mark. Previously they released a Geats one, so they wanted to kind of round out the cast, and everyone gets their own specific mission box. But it's a lot of fun color schemes, and it's just, more good ways to store the various buckles and things you've collected over the line. So I wanted to go ahead and grab this. Probably not a ton to this, but I wanted to at least show it off. The packaging is pretty huge. So the front of the box here, we have a picture of each of the 3 boxes, each of the 3 riders they correspond to. Up here, up top, it says Kamen Rider Tycoon and Kamen Rider Kekera. So you have the rider and their sponsor from the future. Over here, you have Buffa and Baroba. And then over here on this side, you have Nago and Kyun. Down on the bottom, just kind of telling you the contents and giving you some general warnings. Of course, there's nothing about batteries because there's nothing electronic to this whatsoever. And then over here on the back, you see the 3 riders in their final forms, and then some of the desire wish cards. There might be some of those in this set. I don't think so. Oh no, there are. Okay, so there's 3 of those. So we'll see. So apparently there's going to be some surprise goodies inside here. So let's get everything out of the box and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here's everything that's included in the box. You get 3 of these foam inserts for core IDs. We'll get into these a little bit later, put them to the side for the moment. And then you get these 2 wish cards, one for the Desire Royale and one for the Desire Grand Prix. And they are both blank on the back, so I guess if you wanted to write your wish in, you could. But this one has this kind of, black and white pattern on the back, so not really a lot of room to write your wish. But they're just kind of like fun little props, I guess. We got a couple of these with the sound core IDs as well, with the corresponding wishes for those riders. I don't know. I don't feel like I need a ton of these, but hey, they're included, so there they are. I'm going to put those off to the side as well, and we'll take a look at the 3 boxes here. So again, Nago, Buffa, and Tycoon, and they're just your standard mission boxes. Have the Desire Grand Prix logo there on the front, have the logo of the rider's core ID there on the top, and of course the color schemes correspond to the riders, but otherwise they're just repaints of the mission boxes we already have. Same inside, same lids and everything. Not really a ton going on there, but they're good for storage, especially if you have a ton of these smaller raised buckles. They're pretty good at storing a bunch of those in there. I'm not going to go into too much detail about how they work because we've seen it before, but I guess I'll show off real quick. So you have these clips here for the driver. If you want to store the driver in here, which I'll show off later with the core ID foam pieces, it clips on to where the belt straps would go on the driver. If you have one of the larger deluxe buckles, that would clip in here. And then if you have some of the smaller ones, they can slide into these spots here on the sides. So let's just go ahead. We'll grab the boost buckle, and we would pop this in here in the center. And it would actually clip in. Okay, really doesn't want to do it. I guess they're not incredibly structurally sound, but it will stay in place if you keep it horizontal. If you try to keep it vertical, maybe not so much. Yeah, it really doesn't want to stay. There we go. So if you want to try to use these as shadow boxes, they're not really going to work. But they will stay in place if you keep them horizontal. And then you can go ahead and pop the lid on, and you're good to go. And you've got a raised buckle inside, ready to deliver to a participant of the Desire Grand Prix. So I'll go ahead and put Nago's off to the side for a moment. We'll take a look at Tycoon's. Really like the color scheme for this. The black and the green look really good together. Of course, you got the Tycoon logo there on top. But otherwise, it is just a mission box. So same thing going on over here. I've been having trouble getting these to fit on the track for some reason. There we go. And then we have the Buffa one, another really good color scheme with the purple and the black, and you have that nice bright orange there on the top. And there you go. They are stackable, so you can see they kind of have little divots here on the top and they have little feet here on the bottom, so you can absolutely stack them, and they won't move too much once you have them in place. Pretty good. These, be a little careful because these pieces underneath are just kind of like popped in there and clipped in. So technically, if you wanted, you could try to pop these out and make even more color combinations, I guess. Because you can see that they just, like, as I was just kind of popping these out, they're supposed to pop back in. It's just an inlaid piece of plastic. But yeah, they're fun. I mean, like I said, there's not a ton to them, but I do like having one for each individual rider. Together with the Geats one that came out previously, it's nice to have these, and they do work well for storage. So if you're looking to store a bunch of your raised buckles, it's a nice option. Keeps everything nice and tidy. So real quick, I'll show you how the foam inserts work. So in the show, we saw when they were kind of first delivering these to the participants, they would have one of the drivers inside. So we'll go ahead and slide this off. And as I mentioned previously, these clips will clip onto where the belt would go. So if you have your desired driver, this is where the belt straps would go, and that's where this is going to click in. So we'll take this and drop it on here. And that actually does stay pretty secure for the driver. So much better than the raised buckles. And then we bring in one of our foam inserts. And then you can, I guess you can put it in one of two ways, but this cutout is supposed to go there for the driver. So you can put it on either side. And it doesn't quite fit, like you have to smush it a little bit, but it will kind of then stay in place. And then you just take whatever core ID you would like, and you drop that in there. And then you're all set to deliver this to a participant. And then you would just close this back up. And then you're ready to go. So if you did want to do these, like you say you wanted to buy one of these for all of your riders and have a driver in here with the corresponding core ID, you kind of could, because like I said, it will kind of stay vertical with the driver because that connects a lot more securely. And the foam insert, if you kind of wedge it in there, it'll stay in place and the core ID will stay. So could be a cool little display piece if you wanted to have like Tycoon's core ID with the driver. Now, of course, you wouldn't be able to fit any raised buckles in here. So it's not like you could have Ninja connected and that kind of thing. But yeah, kind of cool. I like the little foam inserts. I think they're kind of a nice inclusion. Something I did not know was going to be included, but pretty cool. I like it a lot. So that's pretty much it for this one. I mean, they are just boxes, but they're cool looking boxes. So if you're looking for some more storage options for your raised buckles and other various Geats paraphernalia, these are definitely a good option. I love the colors. I love the, branding for the specific riders. I think that's really cool. I definitely wanted to get one for each individual rider, and now I have that. The couple other little extras. The foam inserts for the core IDs are kind of neat. It's nice to have options for that. These little, Desire Royale and DGP wish card things, I mean, they're decent little props, I guess, but they don't really do anything for me. They're included, that's fine, but they're probably just going to go back in the box and never looked at again, if I'm being honest. But if that's something that really appeals to you, if you're going to make it part of your Geats display, by all means. Like I said, they do look good. They are faithful to how they appeared on the show, so they are fun little props. If you're building some kind of display, they could be good for something like that. But yeah, I mean, to make this a premium Bandai release, I feel like that was a little bit much. Again, I think they just kind of ran out of room in the normal release schedule, and so this just kind of got pushed to premium Bandai. I feel like this could have been normal retail. The Geats one was normal retail, and that actually came with some raised buckles. This doesn't even come with any raised buckles. I don't know what they would have included with it, to be fair, but is this set something you absolutely need to have? No, probably not. If you're happy with your Geats collection as it is, this is something you could easily skip, especially with the added cost of it being premium Bandai. That is kind of a bummer. But if you're like me and you just really like the color schemes and having a box for each individual rider, it is kind of a nice storage option, as well as could be a cool display piece depending on how you want to set your stuff up. But yeah, I definitely don't think this is something that everyone's going to need, but it is kind of a cool little thing. So your mileage is definitely going to vary with this one. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.